Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams here on Boxing Along the Beltway. Our news and notes for this week, and this will probably be the final news and notes for 2017. And so we once again wish you and yours a very happy and blessed holiday season and much success and health and happiness through the new year. And our final newscast, a podcast, we will look at the two most recent losses within the Beltway, as well as a kind of a cursory look back at 2017. And I'm kind of maybe changing my thought pattern on where I want to recap the year. So just looking back on it and doing a little research on it and kind of looking back on what's going on. So we'll talk more about that as we go along. Beltway Boxing News and Notes brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief from boxers to ballerinas for shoulder pain and muscle strain and everything in between. Boxing Along the Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief, the natural, safe, plant-based, and effective ointment. You go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real-Time Pain Relief, you get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. Well, the last two bouts of 2017 ended really brutally in a bad way for two of our Beltway boxers overseas for both of them. First of all, Antoine Douglas, and that bout was on HBO. He lost by a 7th round TKO over to Gary Spike O'Sullivan of Cork, Ireland, at the Place Belle in Laval, Quebec, Canada. On that card, Sullivan defended the WBO Intercontinental Middleweight Championship. And, Antoine Douglas, for the first 3 rounds, was in good shape. He fought well, and then he just got brutalized the rest of the way by O'Sullivan. And the bout ended 103 in the 7th round, but Douglas, from the 4th round on, was never in it. And that's sad. And you look at his record now, he's 22-2-1 with 16 KOs, but both those losses were just brutal. I mean, the loss to Vansel Kurtzi and now this one to Gary O'Sullivan, he was horrible. And granted, Antoine Douglas is just 25 years old, but there are people in the Beltway right now who really believe that this is it for Antoine Douglas. He should retire. He should let it go. Which is sad because he had a very good amateur career. He and his sister Tarshia, the first brother-sister duo to go into the Olympic trials. I don't know if I'd go that far yet, but I think if nothing else, Douglas needs to really kind of regroup. I think he really needs to look at his career. I don't know if some people are saying a change in trainers may be in order. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd go that far, but at the same token, he may need some confidence builders. So he may need to regroup, work on some local cards, in the area, try to get his confidence back and see what he does. But if he can't get past this level, though, it might be difficult. May all be for naught. So for naught, I'm not sure. I really am not sure. I have to really kind of sit down and think about it because he's done some great things. But when he gets to this level, and again, it's interesting because Antoine Douglas was on Showtime for so many times, Showbox, going through the Showbox level. He was pretty successful there, only that one draw he had. But then as he got closer and closer to the World Championships, that's where it faltered. And both those bouts against Vansel Kurtzi, now Gary O'Sullivan, Spike O'Sullivan, he really has not looked good at all. So you wonder where he is. So that'd be interesting to see. So Antoine Douglas, once again, 22-2-1. Gary Spike O'Sullivan, 27-2, 19 KOs. And then in Belgium, in Charleroi, Belgium, Nick Kisner lost a 4-round KO to Riyad Murray. Undefeated Murray lost the opportunity for the WBA Intercontinental Cruiserweight title. And, Kisner was in that bout, kind of like Douglas' first 3 rounds, and then he got hit with a brutal body shot, followed by a left hand to the head, left hand to the body, left hand to the head, and that put Kisner out. And that was tough to see as well. But I think on a different level for Kisner, I think Kisner may have an opportunity to come back. Cruiserweight division still is not as competitive as the middleweight division. So I think there's an opportunity for Kisner to come back. Maybe if he goes full-fledged heavyweight, who knows? I don't know. Given the resurgence of the heavyweight division, I don't think he can work there either, though. But he may be okay still in the cruiserweight division. But he's going to have to make some moves as well. I mean, he's going to have to, he can't. The thing about Kisner makes easy bouts look very difficult. Okay? He lost to Lamont Capers. He almost lost to Jesse Singletary. He won a split decision there. He didn't look good against some other people that he has fought on it throughout his career. So it's really kind of been up and down for him. And, Kisner now at 19-4-1, 6 KOs. All his losses, with the exception of the Capers loss, were to pretty quality people. He lost to Latif Coyote, so he's been in different situations, but again, he may be in a situation where unless he makes some moves, he may not be able to make any moves further in his career. So I don't know. We leave 2017 with a lot of question marks. And that's where I'm going to go in a few minutes. But Kisner had a tough one against Riyad Murphy. Murphy's undefeated, 24-0, 20 KOs now. And Kisner, you said 19-4-1, 6 KOs. I wish Kisner had more power. I really do. But he just doesn't have the power, it seems, to match up with some of the great cruiserweights. So he's got to go by on finesse. He's got to go by on being slick Nick Kisner. And that could be tough going forward. So those are the recaps of the two losses there. And that leads us to a 2017 that, after re-looking at it this week, I don't know if plateau is the right word for what we're doing. I've been saying over the last few weeks, and I even put it out the question out on Facebook, and quite frankly, not a whole lot of people answered it, which I thought was interesting. But I put out the question whether or not we have plateaued. And after kind of looking at the year, I don't know if we plateaued, but it may be the year of the up and the down, because that's where I think we're more to the point of where we've been in 2017. In the first 2 months of this year, we had some of the greatest 2 months of a career of a year that I can remember in the Beltway, probably since the 90s, probably since the days of the Four Kings, William Joppy, Keith Holmes, Mark Johnson, and Sean Bay Mitchell. Because we won, in this area, we won no less than 3 world titles and a slew of regional titles, all within the first 2 months of 2017. World titles, of course, we had Gervonta Davis winning the IBF Junior Lightweight title. We had Jared Hurd winning the IBF Junior Middleweight title, and Lamont Peterson won the WBA regular welterweight title. Okay? And then when you add to that, you had Lamont Roach Jr. winning the WBC Youth Super Featherweight title. Lantez Fox won the NABF Middleweight title. Emmanuel Alim won the WBC Silver Middleweight title. And Antoine Douglas won the Latino Middleweight title. So we won a whole lot of titles within the first 2 months of the year. So it was a great start to 2017. And then when you add the likes of throughout the year, Jerome Quigley winning USBO title, Jared Hurd defending his title in October against Austin Trout, Lamont Roach fighting a couple more times and winning both titles. Demetrius Ballard won a title during the year. Tyreshia Douglas won a female title during 2017. We had a lot to be proud of, not to mention within the area. And also Gervonta Davis defended his title in May, and won that title, and defended that title in England. And then you add to the fact we had a grand total of 4 cards at the MGM National Harbor, which all did very well. Had some great people on the cards. You had the likes of Vasily Lomachenko. You had the card that was mostly Baltimore people with Malik Hawkins and Travis Reeves, Hapseen Rahman Jr. And then the Russell family fought in the card in May. And then we had the last card with Lamont Roach Jr. I mean, we did well throughout the season. I have to tabulate the amount of cards we had in the area this year. So definitely there was a lot on the upside for 2017. But then as the year went on, we really, it's not so much the number of bouts we lost in 2017, but the number of high-profile defeats we had in 2017. Look at the likes of Thomas Williams on the same card that Lamont Peterson beat David Iverson in Cincinnati. Thomas Williams lost by 6-round TKO to Marcus Brown. He has not been heard from since then. Of course, he lost his stepfather during that time. So, later on in the year, he lost his stepfather, Jerry Peterson. So that may have something to do with it, him not being active the rest of the way in 2017. You had Emmanuel Taylor losing on the Chavez Alvarez card to Lucas Matisse. That was on pay-per-view. He lost on that card. Demond Nicholson lost a Showbox card by split decision, but he lost that. Gervonta Davis won his next bout in August on the Mayweather-McGregor card, but he lost the title on the scales during that point, so he's no longer champion. Emmanuel Alim lost his first bout. He was knocked out in the third round. You had Glenn DeZern losing a bout on national television. Kareem Martin losing on national television. David Grayton losing on national television. Mike Yes Indeed Reed losing on national television. So we had a lot of guys who got to a point in their careers, but did not come out victorious in that situation. So that's where we are. I mean, we go into 2017 with a number of question marks this year. I'm going 2018. Excuse me, going into 2018 with a number of question marks going forward. Because we start off the year with two big bouts. Of course, Tori Nelson challenges Clarissa Shields. Lamont Peterson challenges Errol Spence. Nelson and Shields on January the 12th in Verona, New York. January the 20th is Spence and Peterson from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. But we go into 2018 with a lot of question marks. Okay. I think we know where Jarrett Hurd is right now. Jarrett Hurd is looking to become the premier junior middleweight champion in the business. Okay. And he's in good shape. I think even with the loss on the scale, Gervonta Davis is in good shape. Okay. Everybody else, question mark, in my opinion. Okay. We have some prospects that are looking to make some moves. Guys like Malik Hawkins trying to make some moves there. But truth be told, we faced 2018 with a number of question marks as far as where our Beltway boxers are going to be. How can some of them recover? How can some of them make more and better moves? As far as the number of bouts in this area, that's a question mark. Okay. It looks like the MGM National Harbor is here to be a major force in this business. We hope that's the case. We have a couple new facilities that are opening up in DC. The new facility that's going to be the home of the NBA's G League team. The Wizards G League team, the Capital City Go-Go. Is a new place out near what used to be St. Elizabeth's. There's a place on the waterfront that could be used for boxing, I've been told. So DC, which really was not a player this year overall, with the exception of a couple of bouts, a couple of cards, really was not a major player. We did not use the convention center this year. We did not use the Armory this year after using the Armory 4 times in 2016. So DC was not a major player. Virginia, at least the northern part of Virginia, other than the number of bouts at the ABC Sports Complex and that one bout at the new place in Ashburn, they were more of a player, but not as much as Maryland was. So we have a question mark there because given where our Beltway boxers are by and large, a lot of them cannot, unless it's a big card, fight in this area because the promoters can't, by and large, afford them. Okay, so that is a problem. There's no question about that. That's a major problem. So we go into 2018 with a huge number of question marks. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out, of course. And of course, we'll be there every step of the way right here on Boxing Along the Beltway and on Pro Am Fight Talk and with Juan Marshall. So we'll see. We just have to see. It's going to be very interesting 2018. Of course, in the next couple of weeks, Juan Marsh and I will put together our year-end review and year-end review for our awards for 2017. So look forward for that. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. So make sure you stay with us right here on Boxing on the Beltway. Beltway Boxing News and Notes, once again brought to you by Real Time Pain Relief. FreePainOffer.com. You buy $10 worth of Real Time Pain Relief, you get a free $10 tube of Real Time Pain Relief. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm Gary Digital Williams. Once again, wishing you and yours a very happy and prosperous holiday season, and look forward for great things in the new year and see if we can answer some of those questions in 2018. Take care, everybody. And always remember to keep supporting the best boxing in the world, the boxing along the Beltway. Take care.